Welcome to Selfish Confidence, a place where we can connect and be real about how hard it is to be your damn self. My name is Jess, and my goal is to help you build confidence and belief in yourself to live any life path you want, even if it's unconventional. It's time to flip off societal pressures and connect with women who've also felt on the outside by their life choices. We're here to encourage you to grab the mic and speak your truth. I know it can be scary, but we're in this together. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to this week's Confidence Quarter. It's Jess here, and I am sitting at the mic, not live on this beautiful Monday, because I wanted to spend some quality time with you, some one-on-one time to really dive into a topic that I think is really important. And the reason why I'm not going live today is that I really wanted this to be a special moment for just you and me. And maybe that seems really weird because probably all podcast episodes feel like a special moment just between you and me. But when I go live, I can see so many more people than just you. There's just a big crowd is what it feels like in my head. And I really wanted this moment today to be about you. So I want you to take a deep breath in with me and let it out and sit in this moment for a second. And you're like, wait, Jess, why are you so serious on this Monday? That is not like you today. I'm not serious. Well, I'm serious, but you know what I mean. I'm actually really feeling like myself. And actually, right before I came on the mic to sit down and to talk to you, knowing that I was not going to do it live today, I saw this picture. It's like projectors do things your way. And I'm a projector in human design. And I needed that reminder that it was okay to do things a little different today. It was okay to do things whatever way I felt called to do it. Because this is my podcast. This is my platform and a place where I get to connect and be with you in a way that feels really good for me. And I know when I'm feeling that way and feeling totally aligned in what I'm doing, I know that it's the right thing. And same thing goes for you. And today I wanted to talk to you about your fears. Yeah, the things that are scaring you in this moment right now. So grab your cup of coffee, grab your beverage, whatever you're sipping on this morning, and sit with me for a second to get really real about the fears that you've been facing, the big fears, the small fears, whatever you're feeling right now that's holding you back from becoming that true, aligned, beautiful version of yourself. And the reason that this topic came into my head this week was because last night, I was sitting on the couch and I was doing a Sudoku puzzle. And I got these puzzles and watercolor sets and different things that I could do that would not have my phone involved at all. Because in the sisterhood this month, we were doing a habits challenge. And my habit was to use my phone less. And so I wanted to have some different things that I could work on. And so I got these Sudoku puzzles, large print, huge Sudoku puzzles. And I decided to sit down and do one last night. I really messed it up. Easy level Sudoku, first page, first puzzle, messed it up hardcore. And I was feeling pretty confident about it. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I got this. These numbers are looking okay. And then I looked to the keypad in the back and I was like, I got every single one wrong. Every single one wrong. And I was so disappointed. I was just like, oh, well, you know what? Like, Sudoku is just not my thing. It's okay. It's fine. I don't have to try anymore. Even though there were 99 other puzzles for me to try in that book. At that point, I was just like, F this. Like, I'm good. I'm just not a Sudoku gal. And that's okay. Because I don't know about you. I have a big fear about being a beginner. I hate that beginning stage of anything. Yeah, this weekend, too, we did crochet with Sarah D. And I wasn't the greatest at it, of course. I'm a beginner at crochet. I couldn't compare myself to where she is and what level she's at. And what's really interesting was I could feel myself hating on the project that I was doing because I knew it wasn't going to come out as great as I wanted to do because I was a beginner. Can you relate to that feeling and that fear of being a beginner? It's interesting because when I was doing my Sudoku, I really did want to throw it all away. And for some reason, I decided to take a little break, put it down. I actually had no pencils, which was also a fear to do a Sudoku in a pen. Yeah, I know. And I had no pencils in the house for some reason. And I decided to sit down with my pen, my pink pen, and to try it again. And it wasn't perfect, but it was definitely better than the first puzzle. And I started to just chip away at that fear a little bit more of being a beginner, of getting things wrong, of messing up, of making the wrong choice. And it kind of contradicts what we talked about last week, that there's no such thing as a wrong choice, but there is such thing as a fear around the choice that we're making. There's one thing to come at peace with every decision that we make and just be like, you know what? I know it's the right one because there's no such thing as a wrong choice. But there's still always that fear sometimes in our gut that's just like, oh gosh, what if this is the wrong choice? And it really holds us back in a lot of different areas of our life. And I wanted to talk to you today about those fears. Whatever fear it is that you're facing today. Maybe it's fear of being alone, fear of showing up and speaking up and using your voice. Maybe it's a fear of cutting your finger off while you chop vegetables. That's a real fear too. All of these fears are real fears. It can be something as so small as the fear of messing up my Sudoku puzzle with a pen, or the fear of something so big, like making a life choice that maybe isn't the right one. These fears, no matter how big or how small, really play a big role in how we show up in the world and how we show up for our life. Right? If you have a fear of cutting off your finger every time you chop vegetables, you're probably just never going to chop vegetables. So you're either going to buy the pre-chopped ones or never eat a vegetable again in your life. What is it for you? How are these fears controlling everything you have? And I read something this week about the line between fear and the line between excitement. And it's a very thin line in between the two. And the same thing goes for anxiety and excitement. The line between the two is really, really thin. Like so thin that you could cross through it. And if you were using a pencil with your Sudoku, you could easily erase the line and take a step through. But that fear stops us from erasing the line or stepping over it or kicking the dust up and trying something that has been on our heart for a really long time because we're really freaking scared about what the girls in high school are going to say about us behind our back. Honestly, if the girls in high school are talking about me still, I think I won. They're not thinking about me. That's for sure. So kick that dust up. Do something for you. Do the thing that's been on your heart that you've been called to step into. And I know that fear is real. I am right there with you. I have some big freaking fears. And I talk about it on here, and there's some that I keep to myself, some that I talk to my spouse with, but there are some real fears out there. But I'm not going to let them hold me back from stepping into who I am, into stepping into my truth, into stepping into this beautiful, unconventional life that I've created for myself, even though I have been scared of people's opinions my whole life. And if you're feeling that today, I really want you to sit down with a pen and paper and ask yourself a few questions about these fears. What is the belief that I have around these fears? What am I feeling when I think about that thing that I want? So for me, it could even be, that fear of making the wrong decision, right? That fear of being seen, the fear of, I can make a list for days. This podcast could be 200 years long if I were to just talk about the things that scare me. So to sit in that fear and to just feel it for a little bit and wonder why it's there. What's the narrative that I have around this fear and what started it in the first place? Did I see someone else make this decision and they didn't like how it turned out? Did I, try it in the past and it didn't go the way that I thought it would? There's so many different ways that kind of develop these fears, right? They're not all irrational. They are totally real. But why are they there? And if we can start to figure out why they're there, what they're all about, and what they're protecting us from, we can put them in the back seat and we can say, you know what, buckle up. We're going anyway. We're doing the thing. We're going to do something really big today. And your fear is going to be like, wait a second, put your foot on that brake. And you're going to say, no, not today. I'm going to take one step. Don't worry, fear. I'm not going over the cliff. I'm not doing something crazy. I'm just going to take one little step today and prove to you it's not that scary. I'm going to do my Sudoku in a pen, and it's not that scary. I'm going to mess up. Actually, I'll put this on my stories. I'll show you the Sudoku puzzle that I did and how messy it looks. It is bad. And as someone who is still a recovering perfectionist, seeing that was really what made me want to throw the whole book in the garbage, because no, burn it. I messed up the first page. Nobody can see this. We're going to make mistakes. Fear does have a reason to be there. It holds us back from making mistakes, right? But those are the mistakes that help us to learn and to grow and to challenge ourselves and to step into a world that was meant for us. Those mistakes are building your character. Fear thinks it's doing its job. It's helping you. It's guiding you. It's making everything better for you right now. That's what it thinks. But let's step into a different feeling today. Step into the feeling that you've been called to for a really long time. The one that you've been wanting your whole freaking life, but you've been so scared. One tiny step today. And if you were to take one tiny step every single day, and I'm talking like the tiniest of tiny steps, like tiny, so small that it doesn't even really trigger your fear at all. But if you were to do that every single day for the next year, that's 365 tiny steps. You're going to be feeling a whole lot better about the fears that you have if you were to take those tiny, tiny steps every single day. So what is it that's holding you back from becoming that confident version of yourself? What's that fear? And how can you take the tiniest bite size, like 2-bite brownie size, even half of a 2-bite brownie, 1-bite brownie? Well, it was really just a 2-bite brownie because we all do it in 1 bite. Anyways, that being said, what can you do, the tiniest step today, to feel your most confident and authentic truth and self? Maybe it's to just journal about the fear. Maybe it's to let someone you love know about that fear or the dream, right? What's behind that fear? The dream, the vision, the beautiful life that you've always wanted. Let's tell someone about it. And if you don't have anyone to tell about it, send me a message. Connect with me and know that it's a safe space for you to share your truth. This is just you and I chatting today. Nobody else is here. And if you're looking for a community of people who want to see you thrive and love on you and celebrate you stepping into your fears and creating habits in different areas of your life, join the Selfish Sisterhood. It's only $10 a month. We have monthly workshops. In April, we're focusing on money mindset and having more confidence around money, which is awesome. I'm so excited for this month's focus and really leaning into how we can be that confident version of ourselves. And if you can't be that out in the world, out in public, this is a space that you can be your true self, that you can share what's on your heart, the good, the bad, whatever it is. And that's why I love this community so much. The women in this group are just incredible. Some business owners, moms, people who are working in different desk jobs, teachers, all these different varieties of people, farmers, finance advisors, so many incredible people from all different backgrounds that we get to learn from and connect with and love on. And it's a really cool space if you're looking for a space that you can totally be yourself. It's only $10 a month. We have monthly workshops. We have bi-weekly Q&As, bi-weekly coffee chats, weekly productivity hours, online platform that's just totally off of social media where you can come and be yourself and connect and share. So if that sounds like something you're looking for, check the show notes for all the information on that. And I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope that you're not letting fear hold you back too much. And if you are, let's change it up. It's time to do something different. You deserve it. What's up, sis? I am so glad we could hang out today. If you love this episode, send it to a friend or share it on your social media and tag me so I can personally thank you for helping me sprinkle some confidence in the world. And don't forget, you are magic. Let's show the world your shine.